Okay. Now you must be knowing there is a concept of threading. Okay. So threading in Java. So what is threading? Let's try to understand. What is threading? Anyone know what is threading? Can tell me.
Trading in normal way, is like deciding by the it is like multiple work tasks would be going on, right? So which task to pick it up first and by OS. So that's what I mean. Not sure.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Right. Let's understand in our day-to-day life. Then we'll go to Java threading. Okay. Let's say uh, here. Let's say I have 10 people. Okay. Let's say there are 10 people, or you can say 10 patients. Okay. Rather say 10 patients. Oh, let's say there are 10 patients. Okay. 10 people, you consider it 10 patients, and there is a hospital here. Okay. And there are three entrances here: gate 1, gate 2, and gate 3. And these 10 people need to go through these entrances only. And there is a condition, like once a person who have entered through a certain gate, he gets treated, then he will be discharged back, and after that only a second person can enter that particular gate. Okay. So what is the issue now?
Only three patients can go.
Yeah, only three patients can go. Only three patients can go to this particular hospital. Okay, so only 3% can go now. The hospital will prioritize, like, yes, this patient who have a major injury or whose condition is serious, he can go first, and those who are with minor injury, they can come later on, depending on the condition of the patient. He can prioritize. Yes, he can go to this. Even if you go in a real life, like if a hospital there is a ICU and there are 10 patients who need to be admitted to the ICU, what they do, they just pick up the one who is in a critical condition and then admit that patient to the ICU and let other do it, or the doctor treat him or her first who is in a critical condition. Similar way, like Java has also a limitation. Like Java is also running in a machine. It has a limited area through which it can run, which limited memory which it can utilize, and limited resources. The resources is not unlimited, because everything is limited as we are using in a materialistic world. So Java also has limitations, like I can use this particular resources and this particular memory location. Let's say it can run five. Now you can refer this gate or this path through which the patient enter as your thread, and this is the area where the execution is done, and these people are the jobs. Like say for example, in my program, there are one addition is there, one subtraction is there, one multiplication is there, and one division is there. So you can say all the operations are one people here, or one patient here, and this is the execution area. The hospital is the execution area, and these all paths through which the patient are entering can be referred to as our threads in Java. So what is a thread? Thread is, you can say, is a process of execution of a certain job. Okay. So yeah, if there is one thread and there are 10 uh, jobs waiting, so one job will be run one each at a time. Okay, so as a result, what will happen? My time period of execution will increase. If I have the scope of multiple threads, what I can do, I can assign, let's say for example I have 5 job and three threads. So what I can do, I can execute in two go. First I executed 3 jobs in 3 thread, and once two of the thread get released, I can assign these more 2 jobs and get it executed. But if I have one job will get executed, it will over, then another will go, and this will go on. Right. So this is the concept of threading. It's a very simple concept, like the way the jobs are executed. If a program have 100 jobs or 200 jobs, and it will utilize the number of threads available. Let's say for example there are five, it's not only that Java program is running in your system. There are a lot of jobs running in your system, background jobs, your application jobs. N number of jobs are there in a system. Once I open my system, there are n number of jobs that are running. Okay, if you go to the taskbar and go to the processes, you'll see n number of jobs are running. Not only we think this is only Java job. Like if I go to taskbar, you'll see background process, a lot of processes are there. Okay, means once you open a program, see how many processes there. So each of them are using one thread. Okay, each of them are using one thread. So this is the concept. Like if there are a lot of thread, and when your Java program will be executed, it will be also executed in one of the threads. So similarly, it depending upon how much thread are free and how much are available to take up our jobs, the program gets executed. Okay, so this is the basic concept of threading. Everyone clear, guys?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So in real time, when we execute a program, we don't see like, yes, like a job thread is assigned and a job is executed. We don't see in our real time. In real practice, we don't see. But if you want, I can show you like we can create a thread, and you can just see like how it is done. Say for example, for the particular threading concept, we have a class called, we can either extend a thread class or implement a runnable class. So in interview they will ask, what is the use of runnable class? See, what I did here is I extended the thread class. Okay. Once I extend the thread class, I can create a thread by myself, which is normally created by Java in the backend. So what I can do here is I can create a thread class by myself, right? So what I did here is I created a object of that particular class, which has extended as I have extended. That means test demo contains all the like data members and functions of this thread class. That means all the properties of thread class are now inherited in test demo class. Okay, so once it had inherited thread class, what I did is I created an object of this test demo class and call the start method. That means start method is used to start a particular thread, and inside the start method, the run method is called. That's why you will see I have not called the run method, but the lines of code are getting executed what I've written in run method. That means inside the start method, run method is automatically called. Okay, so this line of execution got started. That means now I have started one thread. Got my point? Using a start
Yeah.
method,
So
I can start a thread. Yeah, yeah.
yeah. So yeah. Got it. You clarified.
See, here also, if you want to see a description of a particular function you are using, what you can do is you can hover over that particular function. Now you see it's written what is the use of that function, because this is a predefined function in the Java, so it will have its definition. Like Java will tell you what this particular function do, as it is a predefined function. So it will say that cause this thread to begin execution. That means it will tell that thread you start the execution or you start yourself. Okay, now here is machine calls the run method of this thread. So that means the run method is already present in the start function. As I have function used function overriding, that's why this particular run method is calling. Else its own run method which is present in the class would have been called. Okay, so this is one way. Using thread class, how can I implement threading concept? Now there is another way to implement, that is runnable interface. This is a class which I've used. Now I'll use a interface. Okay, now as it is the interface, I have to mandatorily define this run function. You know it. Okay, if I'll remove it, you'll see there is an error because it is an interface. Interface functions are to be mandatorily defined in a class which inherits it. Okay, so here also the same thing. This run will be called once I call the start function. Only difference it, I need to create a thread of object of thread class again. Okay, see, so there are two ways in which I can myself create a thread, or I can myself start a thread. That is either extending a thread class or either implementing a runnable interface. Okay, this is the interview question. Now let's go to string. Okay, so see, we have learned a lot of data members. That is, we have learned integer, float, uh, character, string. But what makes string special? Because string is itself a class. It's like int is a data member, but string is itself a class so itself. That means when I write, try to understand, this is very important concept. This one. Okay. When I write int a is equal to 9, int v is equal to 9, but I write string d is equal to same abc string. Can you tell me, anyone tell me what is the difference? I write int a is equal to b, int b is equal to 9, and I write string d is equal to abc, string g is equal to abc. Both have, both the integer data member have the same value, but both the string have the same value. But there is a big difference here. What is the difference? I'm telling you. Okay, now see, what is the difference between int a is equal to b and int d is equal to abc? See, string is a string is a class. That means, what do you mean by, if string is a class, so what will be d and g? Can anyone tell me? Hello? Anyone? Just
I
try.
believe should be the object of that class or not.
Exactly. That means it is the object of the class. D and G are the object of that class. But here A and B are not the object. It is the data member. So let me make you understand. See, there is one person. Okay. There is one person. Okay. His name is Anil. Also, some people call him, let's say some people call him Sunil or uh, John. Inside India, his name is Anil. Inside uh, outside India, his name is John. Okay, but he has two houses, one in India and one in London. Okay, okay, he have a house in India. Okay, now see, this is the same person who have two names. One is Anil and one is John, but he have two houses, one in India and one in London. Okay, now try to understand. Int a is equal to 9 and int v is equal to 9. That means it is similar to this way, like you can consider this 9 as the person and a and b are the names, that is Anil and John, right? Try to understand. When I write int a is equal to b, int b is equal to 9, that means a and b are Anil and John. I just write here or leave it, Anil and John, and 9 is the person. That means what happens in backend is a particular memory location is being allocated to 9, not to A or B. Okay, try to understand. A particular memory location has been assigned to 9. Okay, 9 has been assigned a memory location, not A has been assigned any memory location or B has been assigned any memory location. Like here, this particular person has an existence, but Anil and John are just virtual things. Okay, so these are no existence. These are just a reference to that particular function. Similar to that, this 9 which is stored in a memory location is being referred by two reference, that is A and B. A and B. Okay. So when this memory allocation is done, the memory allocation for 9 is done. That may be a question. That is done for the first time when I'm using it.
Okay.
Okay.
So, Pratik, with this respect, within my class, if members are of same data type and they have same exact same value. So always only the single memory will be allocated and different set
No,
of
I'm
data
telling,
members will be.
yeah, I'm telling the difference. Except string, everyone follows this rule. Integer, float, character, everyone follow this particular rule.
Method.
Okay, but
Okay.
string is special because it is a class. Okay, so now here if I'm writing D is equal to ABC and G is equal to ABC, what happens is it will assign two memory locations. Okay, this memory location is for D and this memory location is for G, inside which I have the value ABC. Okay, if that person, if that person goes to India and if that person goes to London, he is same, means the value ABC, the person is same, but the location or the address or the area where he is staying, that becomes different. Got my point? If that
Okay.
person,
Okay.
if that person goes here or here, he remains same, but the area he is consuming or the area he in which he is living is different. Okay, similar to that, in case of any data members other than string, the value is stored in a particular location and all other reference variable point to that, but in string that is not the case. Even if though you have the same values, they will all be stored in different memory locations. Clear, guys? Everyone?
Yes.
Hmm. So now just using common sense, tell me, if I want to compare A and B, what I will compare? If I want to compare D and G, what I will compare? Means if it is same or not, if I want to compare, and if I have to compare D and G, if I have to compare A and B, what should I compare? And if I have to compare D and G, what should I compare? That means the value is same or not, the value which is storing. Anyone, any guess?
With respect to A and B, we can use like double equal to verify whether they are equal or
No,
not.
no, that I know,
But
that double equal to what this double equal to do, what it compare? Does it compare the value or does it compare the memory location?
value.
How value? Because double equal to, we are using all the data members we can use, character, floating, integer, we can use double equal to in all the data member, but except string.
Yeah.
String doesn't use it. That means it is comparing the memory location, right?
Okay.
Understood? It is comparing the memory
Okay,
location. Double. Hmm. Tell.
but if it is comparing the memory location, okay. Yeah, got it. Though because they have though they have the same value, that's a different thing. But a string
Huh.
things, they will compare the memory. Okay.
Because that same value will be stored in a single memory location. 9 will be all throughout the program. If 9 is used anywhere, uh, okay, by any integer, that will access that particular memory location which is stored 9. But
Mm-hmm.
in string, double equal to will not work. Why? Because we cannot compare the memory location. Memory location may be different. Here we have to directly compare the value.
Got it.
Clear?
Yes, yes. Take it.
Okay. Everyone clear, right? It's a very important concept. Will not find anywhere. This explanation will not find anywhere. Everyone clear? Difference between string and other data members? Yes,
Yes,
no, anyone? Everyone clear, right? So if I have to compare, like let make it static. So if I will make it static, what will be the advantage? Someone tell me. Hmm? Anyone? No one knows. Anyone speak static? China. So what is the advantage if we will make static?
I literally am not able to tell. I remember the reference, but the exact explanation I don't remember. How did
You have not practiced that.
practice
We don't define the object separately for static. We can call it directly using the class name.
Yeah, that is the advantage. Like I don't have to create the object, and also it's share the same memory location. The integer values. Here, if I'm comparing a two integer, I am directly using double equals. But that I cannot use to compare D and G because it is different. So for D and G, what I'll be using? D dot equals G. Then I can write so the string value are same. I got it clear, guys? Never use double equal to in string. Okay, always equals, always use dot equals. Now you got a clear idea like what is the difference between the string and other data types. It's a very important concept, just remember it. Now let's see, as string is a class, so obviously string must have its own function, class must have its own function. So string provides us a lot of functions. Okay, strings class has a lot of functions which we can use in our day-to-day life. Now see, one interview question I'm telling you, there is a name. Let's say there is someone's name. So people will ask you, just find the all the possible subset which I can form with the letter of this particular word. That is your name or something else. Like say for example, there is a word D is equal to someone's name. Like I'm taking a big name. Uh, say Okay, someone name is Sam. So they will ask you an interview question, and this is also an interview question. Find all the subset that is particular that is possible using the word Sam. You must have known what is set and subset, right? You have read in maths in 10th class. Now I will find all the subset that is possible using this particular word. Now, to directly know what is the length of that particular word, what I can do is I can just use dot length. See, it found me all the subset that is particular that is possible with this particular word sam. Got my point? So this is the interview question, guys. Use two loops. Inside the two loops, call the substring function. You get the
Ritik,
subset
why
of.
did we use the second loop?
Sorry,
Like
why
first
do
loop, I
we?
understand we used to
Hmm,
to check that whether as
hmm.
long as the length is lesser than that word sham, it will be going on. But the second loop, like for what exact objective we use the J loop? I did not understand.
See here substring is asking me substring will it will extract out a substring by how? I'll give
Hmm.
one index like there is a word sam, so you extract me 0 to 1. That means it will extract sh. The index will start from 0 and
Huh.
one that in beginning index I'm giving, end index I'm giving. That's why so it will extract that one. So this one, the outer loop will I will be using for the beginning index, but the ending index I'll be using this inner loop. Like for example, I'm telling you, you remember the sorting logic we have used to sort an array? The same logic I'm using here. Okay. What I am doing is here, I'm just making this one constant, zero index constant. That means I'm for the first time you'll see here you see. For the first time I made a such constant. That means I'll what I'll do first I'll come using s constant I'll be then going to h y and a and m. So first one I will be giving 0 1. That means s will come. Then I'll
Okay.
giving 0 2. So for that single 0 I am giving multiple values. One is 0 0 0 1 0 2 0 3 0 4. So for that single 0 when I'm using multiple values 1 2 3 4, how I'll achieve that? I'm using this inner for loop to achieve that.
Hmm. Okay.
Got my
Okay.
point?
Yeah. Hmm. Yes.
So I am using the inner loop to achieve that multiples value for the ending index, because the 0 is
Hmm.
constant. For 0 I want 1 2 3 4. For this 1 2 3 4 I again need a loop na.
Huh. Huh.
That's why I'm using the inner loop.
Hmm.
Clear?
Yes.
Okay. So this is the interview question, just remember it. Now let's see other uses of this particular one. You saw like dot length is there to what, to know the particular length of the string, and there is also one function we saw dot equals, which will compare the value of two strings. Similar to that, there is you everyone is clear. I'll just delete it. Everyone clear this concept? Okay. So now let's say I have two string. One has, see, these two have the same value, but one have it in the lower case, one have it in the upper case. Okay, so for that also string provide me one function equal ignore case. That means it will ignore the case, the means it is in capital or small. It will just compare the value. It will compare s with s, h with h, y with y, a with a, and m with m. It will not compare whether it is in capital letters or whether it is in small letters. Okay, but if
So
I had used
let's
only,
Yeah, so in the
yeah,
cases when we have not used this equals ignore case, Pratik, and we are comparing this, then the system should throw an error, right?
hmm. If the
Like if I have,
case are not, if the case are not matching, if you use only equal, then it will throw an error. Okay,
okay.
if you want to compare the value ignoring the capital or small case, then use
Hmm,
equal ignore case.
hmm,
Got it?
okay.
Okay. Similar to that, I can also use one other predefined function d dot caret. You give any index that is, let's say 2. So if I get 2, that means it will give me y, right?
Yes.
So similar to that, there are a lot of functions in string which you can use. I just told you the most important of them, and one substring which interviewer will ask. Okay, got everyone clear about string?
Okay.
Yes, no.
Yes, yes.
Okay, let's say for example there is one this one, this is Sham. This is Sham. Okay. So there is a string with spaces or anything. There is a normal string. I want to split it. Okay. D dot split. This is also an important function, split function. No, no. See what it did. I just told it just split my string where you find a space. Okay, there is a space here and here. So I just told him just find a space and split it. That means it will split it to one element is this, then it will split each tab, then it will find a space, it will again split. That means it will split to three element, that is this, is and sam. So once I split it and stored into the string array, you will see once I traverse the string array and try to print, it will print with the first value, that is s of 0, that is string, then s of 1, that is, and s of 2, that is sam. Clear, guys?
Uh, The split I understood that it will split as soon as it finds the space in the string, okay?
Mhm.
And for loop we are using so that it starts from the zero, okay, and
We
keep on checking
using to
the
print
length.
the value. For loop, I'm just using to print the value to show you, like yes, it is splitted in the right way.
Oh, okay.
That means I'm just using the for loop to show you and print and show you, yes, these are the values which are getting stored for me in that particular array.
Hmm.
Got
Yeah,
my point?
starting from start to the to the end of the string. Yeah. Hmm.
Okay. So that doesn't mean only I can use space here. I can use any other character also here. Like say for example, I want to split it where it find a y. Now see what it is printing. See, so this is Sam. So once it found y here, it got splitted, and the next value is am. That means this array has two values. One is this is sh and another is am. So I gave it the instruction where you find y, you split it. Clear?
Yes. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Now, just there is everything here is in uppercase, but I want to retrieve the value in lowercase. So what I can do, I can just use a command. See, G is in uppercase. What I can do is G dot to lowercase. What it will do, similar to that, here there is a mix of uppercase and lowercase. I want to print everyone in uppercase. So what I can do, D dot to uppercase. That means it will convert the one that may be present in uppercase or lowercase to lowercase, and the second case it will convert all the letters that may be present in lowercase or uppercase to uppercase. See, Sam was present in uppercase, it got converted into lowercase, and this is Sam, it converted everything into uppercase. Clear?
Yes, yes, Pratik, clear.
Okay. Now there is another important function, like say for example I am giving a lot of values spaces here. Okay, if I print it, it will print it with the spaces only. Now see, if I'll run it, understand. See, this is Sam. It got printed as it is the with the all the spaces what I have given before and after. This is not visible because it's only the blank spaces, but they are present. See, once I click, it will also be not visible, but these spaces are present. But the before spaces that are visible, like yes, this is present here. To remove the spaces which are present before the string and after the string, what I can use is trim function. Trim function means it will just remove all the spaces that are present before and after the function, but it will not remove the spaces which are present between the string. That means this space will not be removed. The spaces which are present before and after will be removed using trim function. When these will be removed and this will be removed, but this will not be removed. Which are present inside the string, that will not be removed. Which are present before and after the string will be removed. Clear?
Yes, yes. Prateek, I have just one question, not regarding the trim function, regarding the upper case to the lower case function. Okay, with
Hmm.
the G for okay, yeah, yeah. Okay, okay. Sorry, I was referring to a wrong answer. Yeah, wrong value. Okay, fine. Sorry.
Okay. Now I can also use the replace function to replace a set of character and also a single character. Let's say for example I want to replace a single character. In Sam I can replace y. Okay, y I am replacing it with some new character, say m, or you can say z. Okay, so if I am the replace function is used to replace, I can replace a single character, I can replace a set of character. That means I can replace a substring also. What happened? D. Okay, okay. Sorry. Because in D there is no y with uppercase. It is with lowercase. So I have to replace it with lowercase. See, y got replaced with z. This y got replaced with z. Clear?
Yeah.
See, there I have replaced a single character. Here I have replaced a whole string. I've replaced this with yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Everyone cleared about all this? These are all the important functions I'm just telling you that are present in the string and will be using if our interview question comes. Okay. Just I'm removing it. Everyone clear, right?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Now, what I did here is I split it with y. Okay, just now concentrate on split function. Remove all these things. This also. If I would have split it with S, there is a lot of S. So what would have happened? Like this is Sam, there is one S here, there is one S here, two S are there with lowercase. So what will happen? Let's see. Okay, so it's splitted in two parts. Means it's splitted for this one, this S, and it also splitted for this S. Okay, as two S are there, but
Why not for the third one?
sorry,
Why not for that Sham S? Oh, okay.
this is calf S, na? I am given small S.
Okay, okay, okay. Sorry, sorry.
Now let's see the difference. I just told it one means argument passed one extra argument. So what will happen? See, it will not split at all because I directed it. The array must contain a single value. That means if it will split, it will be having more value, means two, three values. So it just had one value. It didn't split it. But if I make it two, let's see what's the difference. See, it contains two value. Actually, if I don't give any limitation, it will split according to its like logic set. So it will have three values. But if I set limitation to one, that means it will never split because a array with one value will have no split. But if I set two value, it's splitting for the only for one is. After that, it is saying that yes, my array is getting populated with two value. So I'll stop here. Yes, yes.
Uh, come again, so sitting, please.
See, if I haven't given any value here, so what was happening? It is showing me three value because it is splitting here one time, it is splitting here one time. Got my point?
Hmm.
If I run this
Yeah.
one, the normal split will happen and it will split as much as it finds. So it will split for two times
Yes.
and I have three values. Splitting two times a string will give me three values, obviously, right? But
Yes.
if I set the but if I set the limitation that yes, the array must contain only one value, then is split possible because a single value, if it is splitted for one time, it will minimum have two values. So is split possible if I give one? No, never, because a array with a single value cannot contain the split values. Because once this array will split, sorry, a string will split, it will obviously have more than one value.
Hmm. Yes. Yes. Hmm.
So if I give limitation
So it
one,
is.
you will see no split will occur. See, no split occur because one value, how split will occur? Because one split will be done means it will have more than one value. But if I make it two, that means the array is permitted to have two values. That means a single split is permitted,
Okay. Hmm.
right?
Yes.
A
Yes.
single split is permitted because see, it will have two value. Though, so it got splitted at the first S.
Yeah.
Clear?
Hmm. Yes. Yes. Yes.
So
True.
if I give three value, then it will have three values and it will be same as the one if I don't put a limitation,
Hmm. Hmm.
right?
Right.
Okay. See, and even if though I give four, let's see what happens. Means I'm expecting it to have more value, which is not possible after splitting with all the logic I've given. So what will happen? The same thing only, because it is after that no more split is possible. Even if you give 4, 5, 6, it will have the maximum split that is possible with that particular logic. Okay, clear everyone? Split function, this is the important function. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now there is another function. See, there is another function to char array. So that means what happens? I'm converting here the string to character array. That means this is Sam will be converted to one characters and it will be stored in the character array. Character can store only one single letter. If I print it, you'll see. See, it's converted to one character. A space is also a character. Okay. So the first element contain T, then H, then I, then S, then space, and all this. Okay. So I converted the string into a character array. Clear, guys?
So,
If I want to convert a character into string, so what I have to do? Character to string, and I'll pass the character which I've converted it trying to convert into string. Okay.
okay.
Similarly with the
Okay.
integer also. This is called typecasting.
23%.
One data type to another data type. Clear?
Okay. Yes, sir.
So here I'm converting a integer value to string type. Now, so in interview, someone noise is coming, please mute. So in interview, they may ask you, is string mutable or not mutable? So what do you understand by mutable?
It is conversion from a string to
Co-
character that can be.
Yeah, mutable and immutable. So string is immutable because string is immutable, and there is another two concepts, string buffer and string builder, which are mutable. Mutable, you can say, is the value means which can be changed is mutable, which cannot be changed is immutable. Okay. Okay. Now see, so I have created an object for string buffer. It will also store a string value. Okay. Getting my point? But here what I can do is sb dot append function is there, in which I can append some extra value like you can say is good guy, is good. Okay. So I can append a value, means that means what is happening here? Can anyone tell me?
Yeah, instead of Anil, it will print. It will be. It will take the value as is good if we try to print this
Hmm.
because it's
See,
a string buffer object.
but if I want to write Sam is good in G, I just wanted to append Sam is good plus just remove it. Just I write G dot append is not there. Append function is not there for string. But what I can do is I can just concatenate. I can just do it
Huh.
is good. Is good.
So Shyam is
Okay.
good.
Here Sam is good will be there. If I print both, like if I print so Z and so SB. Oh, please mute who some noise is there. Someone noise
Both
coming.
will.
See, Sam is good, Anil is good, but here I have appended, but here I'm concatenating. So what happened in backend? Let's see why it's mutable, why it's not mutable. But value-wise it is same, but what is the difference? Why it's mutable and why it's not mutable? Let's see in background. See, first when I'm writing G is equal to Sam, a memory was allocated to Sam. Yeah, the value is Sam. Okay, a value was allocated to Sam. Now, when I wrote G is equal to G is good, so now here G was there, it was pointing to it. Now, when I am writing Sam is good, what is happening in backend is a new memory location is being created for this one. And G now comes to this memory location. Means now the new memory location is being assigned to G now. G now will point to this particular memory location when I am creating Sam is good. But that means the previous memory location will not be used. It will always be there. And a new memory location is created for Sam is good. But in string buffer, what happened is in SB, what I got is Anil. See, in string buffer, first time I created one SV. Created one SV and here is stored Anil. Now, when I'm appending Anil is good, it will use the same memory location and will append is good. That means the memory is new fresh memory is not allocated to that object. Okay, got the difference why it is immutable and why it is mutable? Because its form can be changed. That's why it is mutable. In the same memory location the new things are getting appended or updated or something else, but here if you make a simple change again a separate memory location is allocated.
Hmm.
Any-
Yes, yes.
got my point? Everyone just say yes. No one is saying yes. Everyone got this point?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's bring this. Hmm.
Sorry, anyone told? Okay, now there is another concept called string. This is string buffer. There is another concept called string builder. It is also mutable. It's similar to string buffer. Okay. Now, a similar way, it is just similar to string buffer, but only difference here is that string builder can be accessed by a single thread at a time. Acha. But string buffer can be accessed by multiple thread. That means if there are three threads, it can access the SB all at a time. But in string builder, it can be accessed by a single thread at a time. That's why string builder is faster than string buffer. But the concept is almost same. Like it is similar to that. It is mutable. It uses a single memory location to make the changes. It doesn't use no new memory location. But string builder can be accessed by one single thread at a time. That's why it's faster. But string buffer can be accessed by multiple thread at a time. So that's why it's slower. Clear, guys? Yes, no.
Yes,
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 yes.
yes, yes.
This is also an important interview question. Remember it. It is also print done. It's similar. You can append it. If there is append function, you can use it similar to that one, and it will append it in the same memory location. It is also immutable. Only string is mutable. Sorry, string is immutable, and string buffer and string builder as mutable, and string is immutable. You can use append function also here. Append is good, or else anything you wanted to do. So this completed the concept of string. Now let's go to the concept of collection. These all are very important concepts. Everyone is clear? Then I'm removing it. No doubt in string concept.
No doubt.
Okay, good. So oh, sorry, control Z. Can anyone tell me what is the disadvantage of array? Anyone? What you thought can be a possible disadvantage of array? In array, we can store a limited size of data. That means the array size is 5. I can store only 5 data. If the array size is 6, I can store only 6 data. Okay. If the array size is 10, I can store only 10 data. But in real time, this is not the case, because in real time, we may have large number of huge volume of data which we want to store combiningly. So for that, we'll be using collections rather than using array. We'll be using collections. In collection, we can store as many number of data as much we want. Okay. So this is an interview question also. In collection, will the first collection will be learning is list. Okay. Now to add data, what I can do is list dot add command. Oh, sorry. Dot add. So here I can store any string like a Okay, so in always there is a interview question, what is the difference between array and a list? In array, what is possible, we can store a fixed amount of data. That means there is a limitation, you can store values up to this much, we can store up to 5 values, we can store up to 6 values, that much, which you have defined during the declaration. But in list there is no limitation, you can store n number of data you want, you can store large volume of data, how much value you want to store, just call the add function and store it. Okay, so here I have stored in the values in list. So here also same indexing follows, 0 index stored a b c, 1 index stored a b c1, the second index stored a b c2. So let's say for example I want to get the value of the third index. Okay, so what I can do, I can simply use is lst dot get an index, I can give the third index. Okay, and if I'll run it, see abc3, right? This zeros index, this is one index, this is two index, this is third index. So in third index I have the value a bc3, so it's got printed. Clear? Means eh, index wise it is follow the same principle as of array, but here what I can do is I can store a large volume of data without any limitations, right? Clear, guys?
Yes, yes.
Okay, now we can mute. See, here there is a concept called for each loop. Okay, now we have learned do while and what, for loop. Now there is a concept called for each loop. So let's see how it works. For for is this is see, this one got printed for this issue statement, leave it. Now in for each loop, all the elements that are present in this particular list got printed. Okay, so this is a new type of looping which is introduced. So here what it says, for each string s in lst, that means for each string, that is like for each time it is retrieving the string present in one of the index of the list, it is assigning to s. That means for the first iteration this one will be assigned to s, that's why I'm directly printing the s value, it is printing me that value. So here it is telling me for each string s in list lst do these particular steps. Okay, got my point? So this is the use of for each loop. So for each loop is a, you can say, much simpler way you can write the loop, and it is also user friendly. Lines of code is less, it is simple to write than the traditional for loop. Simply you just need to write for, give the statement in the parenthesis is for each string s in lst. If the list contain integer value, I would have written integer s in lst. That means it will automatically traverse the list up to the number of element it has present in it. If it has 100 number of element present in it, it will traverse it 100 times. If 1,000 element present in it, it will traverse it 1,000 times. So it will go on. Clear? This is the concept of for each loop. Now, let's see, can list contain duplicate values? Let's say, for example, if I store A, B, C here also, will it be stored or not? Yes, it is storing me duplicate values also, right? So list can store me duplicate values. And you will see one more thing, it is stored in the ordered way. Like the way I have stored the value, the same way it is getting retrieved. That means it is stored in a very ordered way. The list stored the values in a very ordered way. Clear? Okay. Now, let's say for example, you saw the function of add and get. Get I can use to retrieve a single value in a specific index. For that I can use dot get, and dot add you will be using to add value to that particular index. Okay. Now say for example I have added values, but I want to update the value in middle. Let's say for example 0 1 2, in 2 suddenly I want to update the value. So what I can do is lst dot set index, say one index, I can update the value to a new value. This is used for updation. Okay, now if I'll run, you'll see the new value will get updated. See, similarly, what I want to do is I want to remove this particular element, that is 0 1 2 3. I want to remove the third element. So what I can do is lst dot remove the third element. Now you'll see A, B, C will not be printed because it will get removed. See, this is used for removing a particular index. Okay, clear guys?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So here also you can store any type of data you want. You can store string, you can store integer, even you can store a object. Okay, like there is a student class, you can store the object here. Okay, don't misunderstand that only the Java permitted data types will be using. You can store your own user defined data types also. You can use store your user defined objects also, right? Here what I can do is I can store object of test demo. That means this list will contain, if I create multiple object of this test demo, then each of these index will contain the object of test demo. That means it is way flexible in which you can use it. You can use it for the data members, you can use it for the object, anything you want to use you can do it. Okay, now come to set. This is one type of collection. List is a one type of collection, then another type of collection is called set. Is it more for today or you want to continue, guys?
We can continue
Sorry,
with most.
I'm not able to hear.
Yes, continue. What about others?
Shall continue with tomorrow? Possible?
No, no. If you are okay, I can continue. I will finish today this collection.
Okay, sir,
If
fine.
not,
So let's continue.
okay, okay. Okay. Now set also is similar to that. I can add the values. Similar to that, I can use a for each loop, or you can use the get loop, get function to derive the value at a specific index. It's same, but what is the difference? I'll show you between set and let mark a so and str. See, using that for each loop, I retrieve all the values of set. But here you see one difference here. Here, the way you have stored the value, the same way you are retrieving. That means the value are stored in an ordered way in list. But in set, you will see the value are not stored in an ordered way. You can see here set value one. Here set value and set value one got printed at the last. That means the one difference. See, this is an interview question. Difference between list and set. Okay. The difference between the first difference between list and set is that in list the value are stored in an ordered way, but in a set the value are not stored in an order way. Clear? This is the first difference. Second difference.
Yeah.
Second, in the list you saw that multiple values are getting stored, like a b c stored for both of the time. Now let's try that with set. And I'm just removing this value. That means this value and this value are same. Let's see what happens. See, in list both of them are printed, but in set it is printing for one time. Why? Set doesn't allow duplicate values. This is second difference. Difference between list and set is a must question in an interview. So two difference is, one, it is not allowing me to store duplicate value. List is allowing me to store a duplicate value, and set is a unordered way, like you store the value in an unordered way, but list stored it in a ordered way. Clear?
Yes.
These are the basic difference of a list and set. This is must interview question. This they'll ask this one. Okay. There is another difference also. Set can set can have only a single null value, but list can have multiple null values. Why? It is same as it is not allowing me duplicate value, so null is also a value. So they may confuse it by saying you a null value. So that is the same. As set is not allowing me duplicate values, so it will also not allow me duplicate null values, but list will allow me duplicate null values. Why? It's the same concept only, but they will just use the word null to make you confuse. Okay. Null is also a value, means null is a value with no value, that is null value. So as list can store multiple value with the same multiple same values, so or you can say duplicate values, so it can store multiple null values, but list it doesn't allow duplicate values, so it can store only one null value. So they will confuse you by saying this term null, so you'll get confused. Yeah, this is a different thing, but that's the same thing. Null is also a value with no value. Clear? Got an idea what is
Yes.
list and set?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, okay. Now come to map. Very important concept, map. Sorry. So here we are directly storing the values, but here what you see, it is storing the value in key value pair. That means to derive a value, you need the key to access it. Okay. In list and set, you are directly storing the values. But here in map, you are storing the value in a key value pair. Clear? So for that, you will be
Yeah.
using
Key
put
values like
function.
1, 2, 3, 4. Okay.
Sorry.
Oh, key values in the sense, Pratik, like this 1, 2, 3, 4 are will be printed, or like these are the key values to access. I didn't get that.
Key value means using one, I can derive the value. Using this key, I can derive the value. Using this key, I can derive this value. That means key value. You have a lock and you have a key. See, if the door is open, you can directly enter.
Huh.
That is for list and set. But here, but if your lock is there,
Huh.
you have to have a key to enter that. It is just like the map. Here you have to. These are the values only. Here I can store that 1, 2, 3, 4 in list or set directly. But here, what I'm doing, I'm storing the value
Hmm.
using a key pair. That means I'll be using deriving the value using a key. You can say it's more
Got
way
it.
of uh, you can say it's more way of referencing a thing to something to hide it, or you can say it's for a way to hide the values.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So you will be using dot put method to populate it with the values. Okay, and there is another method. I can use the same for each loop. So m dot key set return me a set of string. Okay, I can use it in for each loop to print the value from the map. See, using dot key set, I am getting all the set of keys that is present in that particular map. And using for each loop, I am just going through those key set one by one and means iterating one values of the key set at a time. And using that key set value, I am just using dot get function to print the value associated with that key. Okay, if I'll run it, you'll see 1, 2, 3, and 4 will be printed. See, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm using for each loop. You can also directly print like I can write CISO m dot get. Directly I can write 3. So it will print with this 3, right? Here,
Yes,
guys.
yes, yes.
Yeah, yeah. So these three are very important collections. Like they will obviously ask you. Got my point? Okay. Now coming to duplicate values. Okay. Do map allow me duplicate value? Hmm?
It should, right?
So it
Because
can.
we are accessing via key.
Tell.
Yeah, it should, right? Because anyway, it is
Hmm.
okay. Maybe I
See,
don't have a clear
no.
logic.
See, we are going to the common example. See, can two keys have the same pattern? No, always the
No.
keys will be unique, but two locks can be similar type. So that's what it can have duplicate null or duplicate values, but it cannot has duplicate keys, or it can
Oh,
have a
okay.
single null key. Okay, because null is also a key, so it will have null key, but it cannot have it multiple times. Means no duplicacy in key is allowed, but in value it is allowed. Like see, I can make it 3. I can make it 3. It is allowed, and I'll run it. Is completely fine. See, 3 is allowed, but let make it 3. So you see what happens, and I'm giving the value 2. So for 1 3 I'm given 2, for 1 3 I'm given 3. So let's see. See, this CISO for 3 got printed for CISO, leave it. This 3 got printed for CISO. For what that's for each loop 1 3 4. That means the latest one got is making the previous one getting replaced. It replaces the previous one. The new value get is overwritten in the last value. So it only allows a single value in a key. No duplicacy is allowed in key. Clear?
Yeah, no
This is the
duplication is allowed, but But it refers to the latest one only, right? Like we had two keys, 3 and 3. So it
Mm.
shown us the value 3 and not the 2. So we can have
Yes.
same key number, but it will always take the latest value and not the old
Yeah, no,
value.
no. If you that means it is not
Yeah.
allowed. Duplicacy is not allowed. If you
Oh,
maintain
okay.
duplicacy, the latest one will be taken out. No duplicacy is allowed. But
Okay, okay.
that you can duplicate values are allowed, but duplicate keys are not allowed. Keys
These
must
are
be
not
unique.
allowed.
See here,
Mm.
I gave a null key. That means it has no value. That is null. So null key
Mm.
is also allowed, but one time. So three. See, null key has the value three. Three got printed. So it is allowed,
Mm.
but for one time. So always interviewer will confuse you. Are null keys allowed? Null keys you always take it as a value only. So if it's a value or key, then it will behave it in the similar way. If it is value, it can be stored multiple times, but if it is a key, it can be stored only one time. Okay.
Okay.
And
Mm.
also, oh yeah. So you got it clear. So there no concept of ordering. It is stored in an order way or no non-order way. It's not come in map because the one the key which you are accessing, that value will be stored. So it is directly linked with the key. So there is no point of ordered and non-ordered way of storing in map, because every value will be accessed using the key. So the way you access the key, the way you get the value. So there is no point of here ordering and non-ordering storage here in map. Okay. So this is the concept of list, set and map, which is very important for you also and for the interview point of view also. Now I'll show you two questions. I have already designed it. I will directly show you the program and make you understand. I'll show you two questions which may be asked to you, or which can be asked, which is asked in interview related to this map and string. Now see, there is one interview question. There is a particular word. Just print me in the output that each character of the word is appearing how much time. Let's say for example I have a word a b c a b, so you have to just print me 4 times. A appeared for this time, b appeared for this time, c appeared for this time, and d appeared for this time. That's it. Don't make it like it should have all the unique characters in the word will be printed with their count in the output. That's it. Here for me this word has a, B, C, and D, four unique characters. So I'll be using those four unique characters and just be printing out that this A appeared for this time, B appeared for this time, C for this time, D for this time. Okay. So for that, what I did is this is the way I have written the logic. You can write it in your own way. Okay. Now see, first I created a list, okay, of string. Then I created a map, new hash map. Okay. Then I took a int counter is equal to 0, int temp is equal to 1. Then I just converted the string into character array. I have shown you how to convert into the character array using the command dot to char array. So it converted my a b c d a b into a character array. Now what I'm doing is I'm iterating that particular character array for I is equal to 0 to character ch dot length. It is iterating for that much time. Okay. Now here inside that I'm having another loop. For int I is equal to 0, it will get printed. Inside this loop, see, I'm having another loop which will again do the same thing. It will check it from I plus 1. The concept we used now in just substring while creating the substring, or I have used while sorting the array. Okay, I'm comparing the 0th index with the next index present. Like I'll comparing the 0 index to I up to the last index of that array. So I'm using the next for loop. And inside that, what I am doing is I am having a if statement. If ch of I is equal to ch of j, that means it will compare the zeroth index. Let's say, for example, the zeroth index as a, and it compared with 1th index, 2 index, 3 index, 4 index, 5 index, 6 index. As many number of time it will find that I, that a is similar to that. Let's say, for example, a is present in next to index, so that much time if will get executed, and 10 plus plus, that means 1 will change to 3. If here a0 index is compared to b, c, d, a, b, b, it will find a one time. So what it will do, it will increment temp value to 2. Now my temp value is equal to 2. Okay, now see, boolean b is equal to, then I have defined one variable boolean b is equal to true. Then I have just used another loop inside that loop to traverse through the map which I have created. For the first time map will have no values, right? Still I'm traversing and checking if it contains that value, right? If it contains that value, then b is equal to false. That means I'm just setting the counter b, means the boolean value b to false if that particular a or b or c is already present in the map. For the first time it is not present, so b will always be true. Okay, so what I did is, in the next if statement, if temp value is greater than 1 or b, that means b value is not false, then only. Here b means it is getting replaced by true or false, so it will be executed only when the b value is true. If it is false, it will not get executed, right? You are getting, guys, or not?
No, I did not get this. Like, where if map value is greater than one, that is fine. If b is false, why it won't be executed? Because b is equal to
Ah,
false means it has found the
no,
value, right?
yeah, p is false. Why I'm taking is, let's say, for example, first time I'm storing a value. Okay, for a is equal to 0, I'm populating the map with the key a and it's counted 2. Second time,
Hmm.
again the loop will come to this a also, na? So when this will come,
Huh.
it can try to populate itself with the map, and now what will happen, a, it will populate a with the value temp is equal to 1. It will not find a in the next counter, so now it will populate with a is equal to 1. So what will happen in map, you saw it now, na? It will get replaced with the new value, but I don't want it. I don't want it to get replaced because I want my previous value a is equal to 2 is 2 to be set. That's why each time I'm populating the map, before that I'm creating a check with string key is map key set. I'm creating a check that this particular your what value is not present in the key. If it is present in the key, I'm setting b is equal to false. That means for b is equal to false, that will not be populated in the map.
Okay, so if the value, yeah, yeah, clear. Hmm. Got it.
Clear?
Hmm.
Because just to avoid that this is not populated for the second time. Once it is populated means it will not get
Huh.
populated for the second time, else the second time value will be getting replaced with the first time. I don't want it. I want always the first value to get replaced, means to be there. It will, because it is
Hmm.
the exact value.
Yeah.
Clear? That's why I'm
Yeah,
setting b is
clear.
equal
But
to false. Yeah, tell me if you have doubt, ask me.
yeah, but
This you must
bit
do it by yourself.
complicated.
This, yeah, this is complicated. Obviously, this is an interview question, so it's complicated. So this you need to practice by yourself. Just I'm showing you how to do it. Okay. So the basic concept here I'm using it like I'm checking the occurrence of a for each time, and also checking in the map before populating a that it is not already present in that map. If it is present in that map, then I'm not populating it. Else the wrong value will get populated and it will get replaced. For that I am using this particular counter b is equal to true. If it finds that particular value in the map it is existing, it will set b is equal to false and it will not enter that if statement. Clear?
Yeah, somewhat clear.
No, what doubt you have to ask me if you have any doubt.
No, I'm still getting confused on this part alone, Pratik. That if b equal to false means that value is already present. So why it is not, in map it is already there. So why it is not taking that and like it will be replaced. So that concept I'm again finding it difficult.
See,
This
now in
thing,
the
the class.
previous, see, I'm telling you, in the previous program, what I saw, what I make you look like there is a value a a key a and it has value 1, and then I am again populating the map with key a and value 6. Then what will happen? The new value is getting overridden and the old value is getting erased from the map, right?
Yes, yes. Huh.
So now say for the first increment here, I is equal to 0, it will check a and it will populate a key with value 2. But again when I is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, it will come na, it will come and it will have the key value same as a, but then the value will be 1. And if I don't check that it is already present or not, what will happen? It will again put the value in the map with the key value as a and count as 1, because it won't
Yes,
find a
yes,
after
yes.
that. So what will happen? It will get replaced with a and value 1, but that is not my intention. My intention is to get the exact count, but I will getting replaced
Huh.
with the wrong value. So that's why before populating it in the map, I'm checking it is present or not. If it is present, I'm making b is equal to false and the population to that map is not done.
Yes, yes. Understood.
Understood, right?
Hmm.
Okay, okay, that's good. So clear now. Now you're clear, right?
Yes, Pratik, I am. I am.
Okay. So see, in the inside loop, it got checked for everything, like it calculated the temp, and after that it got checked it is present or not. If it is not present, so what is happening? If that means if it is false, it will not populate, it will not perform map.put. But if it is true, that means it is not already present, so it will populate it for the first time in the map. Then after that again I am converting the value to true and temp is equal to 1, so that for the second loop when it comes, it does the same thing. Clear? I still have some doubts. You just,
Yes.
this is a,
No.
this is a assignment for you. This is a assignment for you. Practice by yourself. Okay. This I'm showing you, but this you need to do it by yourself.
Okay.
Clear? Right? You clear, right?
Yeah, I am
Everyone
clear.
just say
Others.
yes, no, yes, no. At least say something. This you need to do it by yourself today in as a home assignment. Just go and take a particular word and try to print the occurrence of each word a single time only. It will not print multiple time. Just I showed you how to do it. A basic logic I showed you. Guys, yes, no, no one is telling anything.
Yes, yes, Pratik. Yeah, we will practice it.
Yeah, we will try and then tell you.
Okay. And this is one interview question I told you. The second interview question I'm telling what they can ask. They can just
And
give you
Pratik,
a
I
string.
have okay. No, I have one
Ask
question.
us.
Like with respect to interview, like does the level of questions differ for, considering the number experience level of experience concept
No, no,
wise?
that that really doesn't matter. That is the normal saying that yes, if the level of experience is low, they will ask you low. But no, if you are above 4 years or 3 years, they will ask all these questions. This normal. If you're 1 year, maybe they don't ask you that much. But yes, if you're above 3, 4 years, this is normal. Okay. Similar to that, they can also ask you if there is a string, like there is a name Pratik Padi, or there is a string, say this is my home, or anything like that I've done, and leave it. So there is a particular word, this is a apple which I wanted in the box. So now the word is there two times in the particular sentence. So they will ask you, guys, tell me how much each of the unique word in the particular sentence is printed for how much time. So here only a minor change you have to do. There you are doing it for character array. Here we will be doing for what? String array,
Change. Hmm.
right? Like we converted using space. You remember? We converted it, right? Hello.
Yes, yes, Pratik. Yeah. Hmm. Hello.
Just the only difference what you have to do is that here I have used character array to check each of the
Hmm.
character. There just use split function, and in the split argument you give space and convert it into string array, and all the steps after that is just the same. We are comparing here, only difference is just you have to change it into string array. That's it. Okay. So the task for you is you just gi- take a particular word and check the occurrence of each of the unique character, how much time it is happening, and print it in the output. Similarly, take a particular sentence in which there are a single word is appearing multiple times, and print in the output how much time each of the unique word are repeated in that particular sentence. Okay.
Okay.